This is Mac Bolin of IllinoisMatmen.com, and I have here with me Nick Torres and Jason Hayes, directors and host for the 50th annual Rex Whitlatch Tournament here at Hinsdale Central. Guys, if you would real quick just run down for our fans what it takes to put on a tournament like this.
Well, I'll start out and just simply say that, it takes a great host who's going to go out and recruit great teams. I think there's a lot of schools that want to get into the Whitlatch, and so they maintain a waiting list, and they ensure that, again, the lineup each year is just some of the top-ranked, the best schools we can possibly put together to keep this tournament as tough as it's been. Reputation-wise, I think that this breaks up to one of the top three, at least, tournaments in the state right now. We want to keep that going. So I think, first of all, Dan Jones, who's our athletic director, and Jason, they've done a great job reaching out to schools and, again, maintaining that little wait list of schools wanting to get in here and bringing in some nice talent to keep this tournament competitive. So that's where it starts. From that point on, I think as we approach tournament time, we get together, we put a coaches packet together to make sure our time schedules are all set. I maintain an online entry form, and I think, first, we mentioned Mac, we're going to talk a little bit about seeds, but, one of the most important parts of that online entry form is that I allow space for coaches to make comments about their wrestlers. I certainly want them to tell us about things that we're not just reading in the paper or reading in the rankings, but, particularly head-to-head competitions. I can't keep track of every dual meet and every match that every kid wrestles. So coaches, like Jason's a perfect example, will take time and give me a lot of comments about each wrestler, how he's done, not only this year in state tournament series, over the summer against common opponents that he's going to see in this tournament, but all of those factor into ultimately where we land with our seeds. So I'll work with the host school. I work with Rob Sherrill. Rob Sherrill and I probably have over a dozen emails or more this week, going back and forth, talking about weight classes and seeds. I'm certainly looking at his rankings. We're looking at strength of schedule by a lot of the schools that participate. So it's we're not having a seeding meeting, so it's not where coaches are going. We're doing the best job that we can. Certainly we miss a few. There are always wrestlers who are starting to emerge this time of the year. We're having a hot season that maybe have been off the radar and haven't made it into the rankings yet, but are having a great day today. And so this is certainly going to shake things up in the rankings. I know Rob's excited about this tournament too. So all that goes into putting together the best bracket we can. That's all happening before that first whistle. A tournament of this size, my wife and I have been working together now for the last 4 years. I've been running wrestling tournaments now for 19 years. I've been working with my brother, Dave Torres. IL Wrestle is our tournament management team. I think this is our 164th tournament, so we've been doing a lot of these. And it takes a lot of people. The host school, of course, is providing table workers, timers, scores.
And these are all volunteers, right?
Sometimes they're paid, sometimes they're volunteers, depending on schools, depending on the tournament. But there are just a lot of moving parts that have to be synchronized. The most important thing we try to do is create a rhythm. I think a good tournament has a rhythm about it, so that time schedules are met, so that there just aren't a lot of delays or disruptions. There's nothing worse than a kid who's got an anticipation that he's going to wrestle at a specific time, and so is getting warmed up, is getting ready for a match, and then ultimately you got to delay at the head table, or you got to delay out on a match. So keeping that rhythm going is so key, and again, that's an effort that happens between both those of us at the head table and the workers for the whole school. So there's a partnership there, definitely a partnership. This year, I think if those of you that aren't here, the real treat you're missing is Hall of Fame announcer Sandy Stevens. Sandy and I served together on the National Hall of Fame Committee, and I asked her if she would want to come down and be a part of the 50th Rex Whitlatch this year. She was more than happy to. She lives right here in Glen Ellen. And what a great addition this year to have the voice of NCAA wrestling, USA Wrestling, the Midlands, calling the bouts this year. She's just been great to work with. So been having a lot of fun. But I would definitely say it's a partnership between a host school and those of us that they contract. And there's a lot of moving parts that have to be synchronized to make it all happen. So I'm excited to be back, and Dan Jones wants me back again next year, so looking forward to it.
I've been here 7 years, and once we brought in Mick, the tournament went to another level. Mick started Mick and his brother and his wife, and they do a tremendous job bracketing, which is crucial in keeping the tournament flowing, as Mick has said. And it makes a good environment, not only for the wrestlers, but I think the fans really appreciate it, Illinois wrestling. And we're trying to blow this tournament up every year, and it keeps getting better year in and year out. And this is what Illinois wrestling is all about: good excitement, good action.
Well, we got one open spot for next year, so maybe we'll get Montini back.
All right, well, gentlemen, thank you very much, and thank you for running a top-notch, first-class tournament.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Matt.
Thank you.